Welcome to this episode of the Tokenizer's new series of the Token Reg Radar interviews. The Token Reg Radar is a global regulatory radar constantly collecting data about regulatory news within the token economy and the space of asset tokenization and security tokens. The Token Reg Radar is a SaaS service for lawyers, issuance companies, exchanges, and companies running STOs. In this episode, my guest is Associate Samy Ragot from the law firm Giaccardi Brezzo in Monaco. And today's topic is recent regulatory developments within the token economy and tokenization in Monaco. So welcome to you, Samy, and thank you for participating in this interview. Could you please start out by telling us about the profile of the law firm Giaccardi Brezzo?
Sure. So Giaccardi Brezzo law firm is a global firm established in Monaco since 1999. We advise our clients on every aspect of legal matters. Mainly, we are focused on business law, and we are not only providing advisory services, but also litigation services. We advise on each aspect of law. It means business law, criminal law, administrative law, public law, also IP, many aspects of the law. So our offer is to globally take a case and treat it globally in each aspect. And that's why we also advise some clients on the token and blockchain matters. We are able to do so with our global expertise.
And as you know, I'm especially interested in tokenization and the token economy. So if you could elaborate a bit more about what you're actually doing in Monaco for clients in this area.
We are helping clients that come from many horizons, but mostly from the entertainment industry, but also art dealers. As you may know, NFTs are really caring about art. We've accompanied them in structuring their ICOs, mainly by assisting them in the writing of their white paper, and we also provided some feasibility study in order to anticipate each aspect of their activity. For example, as you may know, an art dealer activity in the Metaverse, which is a form that Monaco wants to focus on, have many complex aspects in this activity. There are IP, digital law, business law, civil law, and also administrative law. So we assist them in order to establish in Monaco.
And I noticed that you talked about the ICOs and not the STOs. How in my the way I define these two different things is that ICOs are primarily utility tokens, and STOs are then we are talking about security tokens. And did you actually mean ICOs or both, or how is that?
Well, mostly ICOs, because the Monaco's regulation at that time, a few years ago, framed only ICOs. Now with the new regulation, we can carry out STOs on Monaco's soil. So we are very eager to see what's going to happen in the future because of thanks to that regulation.
Exactly, and that's something that I would like to talk a little bit about because as I know, this new regulation is part of what's called Extended Monaco. Your new digitization program for Monaco, and I think the law's number is 1528.
Exactly,
and it's from July this year. So, and that's highly interesting because there's not that many countries in Europe or in the world actually with actual STO laws. So if you could tell us a little bit about the background for actually making a specific STO law in Monaco. That would be very interesting, I think.
First, I think Monaco want to take that direction of STOs. They specifically told us so that they want to make STOs a big thing in Monaco. I think that Monaco is a well-respected and a big financial place in the world, and they sensed that the trend, the new trend and economic growth will come from STOs and the blockchain. So they wanted to secure the market by promulgate a legal framework that's the reduction of this legal framework has been made by the government with the actors, the economy. So this is a very pragmatical framework. The main thing of that framework, in order to conduct STOs in Monaco, is that you have to be authorized by the government and the administration, because, as you may know, ICOs and STOs all over the world were very touchy, sketchy, and they had many problems. So Monaco observed that and wanted to make sure that it does not happen on its soil. So they want to authorize STOs in Monaco in order to conduct them. And you have many obligations in order to conduct STOs, but the legal framework is not complete yet. Some you will have modification that are right now being conducted. We are waiting in the next few months to check those modifications. But you have to provide and meet some technical and organizational requirements.
So it hasn't actually come into force yet. Is that
no? Right? No, it does. It does. You can conduct ICOs on itself, but the government modified the regulation maybe in order to open the market to ICOs, but because we were, as you may know, we were in a regulatory sandbox that finished a few months, and now I think they are ready to open the market.
I would guess that many would probably think of Monaco as almost a tiny paradise for a very wealthy population. As far as I know, out of the 38,000 people living in Monaco, at least 30% are millionaires in dollars. So my question is, I guess, that since things are probably going fairly okay in Monaco, seen from an economic perspective, how come the government of Monaco actually got the idea or the vision of developing the country into a kind of digital frontrunner in Europe? Why is that?
I get what you're saying, but I didn't answer your question regarding Extended Monaco, and this is the big project in Monaco. Extended Monaco wants to make Monaco a digital place. Okay. One thing in Extended Monaco is the cloud sovereign cloud. This is a very important thing because actors may come in Monaco and they seek for confidentiality and stableness. So they come in Monaco for to grow basically. So Monaco know that investors and economic actors wants to come in Monaco, so they want to perpetuate their economic growth because Monaco is a microstate, okay? And there's so much space for people because in Monaco, if you want to carry an economical activity in Monaco, you have to open business offices. So this state is so tiny that developing Metaverse and blockchain might settle this issue. So people may come in Monaco and open virtual offices or business, so they can carry out an economical activity in Monaco. And this is, by the way, one of the communication of government said, we shall replicate digitally Monaco in order to solve its space issue. So this is very important in that aspect. And economic growth is a problem for every country, even Monaco.
Even Monaco. Yeah. Okay. Yes. But it's interesting. So as I understand it, the government of Monaco is very eager to go further down this road of digitization and developing of the metaverse and the token economy and so on. How did that actually start? How did that come into mind of these the people in the government? Is that companies like yours that started to discuss these things with them, or do you know anything about the history behind it?
Well, I'm not in the government. I would love to, but so I cannot answer you properly. But I guess they saw what's been done in France regarding the regulation. They have, I guess, a network of economical actors, investors that exchange with them regarding the potential growth that might happen if they invested in blockchain, etc. So I guess the government heard about the growth this market and wanted to bring it in Monaco, and so they promulgated this regulation in order to accompany and frame this economical activity in Monaco.
Yeah, very interesting. Could you tell us about the requirements if you want to make an STO in Monaco? Is it correctly understood that you need to have your company in Monaco in order to do so? Is that correct?
Yes, mainly because if you want to carry out an ICO or an STO in Monaco and you want to propose the STO and ICO in Monaco, you have to set up a company in Monaco. And you have to ask for authorization and labelization. So the government administration will check out if everything is in order, if you meet the technical organizational requirements, and they will deliver you the label in order to conduct the STO. So yes, you have to set up a company and ask for the authorization.
And then you get a label, as you call it, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
And I never heard about that from anywhere else before, but that's interesting. It's a kind of stamp that this is correct, or it's according to law.
That states that the company meets all the requirements. It's not a quality label,
okay,
as we can think, but it's just an authorization. It's another word for authorization.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about whether the investment is good or bad.
No, absolutely not. It's not the place of the administration to say so.
Exactly. Yeah. I tried to find out whether you are allowed to participate as an investor in an STO if you are a retail investor. But as far as I could see, it's only for professional investors. Is that right, or how is that in Monaco?
It depends. It depends on the type of the STO or ICO. It depends. You can publicly offer tokens, and you can also privately offer tokens, but exactly, STOs are only private. They can only be subscribed privately. So yeah, you have to meet some to have some knowledge and to have some money as well, because you have the how would you call it, the minimal amount that needs to be invested is 100,000 euros.
Okay. Okay. So okay. So that automatically exclude
exactly
small retail investors.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this keep in mind that the regulation is changing, and we might have some explanation, implementary text, legal text that will clarify the regulation.
If we take a look into what you are doing as a company, when people come to you, clients come to you and want to know more about the possibilities and the options in the token economy, and what you can do and what you cannot, what kind of questions do they ask? What are they looking for? Could you say anything about that?
Well, firstly, they're looking for regulatory insights.
Yeah.
They want to understand all the intricacies of the regulatory requirements, how to conduct it, whose person we need to talk to in order to get the authorization. And then they ask us about, how would I call it, accessory aspects of their activity. What might be the potential problems, which law will be impacted or might impact my activity or my ICO, STO. So this is a global advisory services that we provide for clients.
Do you know if any other jurisdictions or any other countries have come to you and asked for more information about your legal framework, or has used it as a source of inspiration? Or do you know if Monaco has been inspired by other countries?
Yeah, France. Mainly by France. They observed what's been done there, because France was one of the first countries to promulgate a legal framework. They observed what France did, and they enhanced it. They replicated it and enhanced it. For example, Monaco defined what a Metaverse is.
Okay, yeah.
This is really interesting, because I have no knowledge about any other country that defined it.
No.
This is very interesting. This is very interesting. And they are really focused in promulgating Metaverse activity. So this is very interesting. And also they define avatars.
Okay.
So this opens widely the doors for any other non-economical activities, such as civil law. How can you protect somebody that has been harassed in Metaverse, for example? This is really interesting. We are experiencing a very intense changing in our legislation right now.
Interesting. Do you actually remember what your definition of or Monaco's definition of Metaverse is?
I can show it to you if you want to. 1 second. I can show it to you.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. So this is the definition of a metaverse. As you can see, it's a persistent and synchronous platform creating one or more immersive virtual universes, offering online products and services to several users simultaneously in the form of avatars who can in particular move around and interact socially and economically. This is really, really interesting, actually.
And this definition is written by the government?
Oh, the legislator, yeah. I guess both the government and legislature.
Yeah.
I guess so. But if you want to check more aspects and more legal definition, I suggest you check Law 1383. for a digital principality.
Yeah.
And you will have every definition you want, and you need, and you will have avatar definition, virtual assets, virtual financial assets, virtual asset definition, etc. It's the main legal framework in Monaco for every activity related to digital.
How do you think that this will develop further in the coming years? And let's just look 3 to 5 years into the future. I mean, everything is going so fast, but and especially, how do you think it will develop in your country?
Well, I guess it depends if some of present Monaco's objectives will be met by the blockchain world and metaverses. First, I mean, one of the main objectives actually is the anti-money laundering. And we know that blockchains are used for laundering money. So if this aspect is met, which is, from my point of view, one of the first obstacles to development, I guess in the next 3 to 5 years, we'll have many companies established in Monaco in probably every activity sector of the economy. I guess mainly entertainment actors, but also all dealers. And I hope so, because my specialty is banking and finance. I hope so institutional investors and banks and funds, etc., will adopt the blockchain. So I think in the next 5 years, a huge market will open in Monaco. And as you saw, the legal framework is its main objective to develop such activity in Monaco.
Thank you very much, Samy, for participating in today's interview. It was really interesting to get this insight into what's going on in Monaco. And thank you also to the viewers of the Token Reg Radar interview brought to you by the Tokenizer. We will be back with yet another episode soon, and with yet another legal expert as guest. Meanwhile, please visit the Tokenizer and check out the Token Reg Radar on regradar.thetokenizer.io. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you to you, Michael. Thank you. It's been a pleasure to talk with you.